Alright, welcome to video 4, Measures of Variability. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is the range. So fill these in your notes here. Measures of variability are additional ways to describe data sets. You might also hear them called measures of spread, and they help us kind of determine how far away our data is from the center of the data. So the first one we'll discuss is the range, and that's an easy one to remember. It's just the maximum minus the minimum. It helps if you get your data in order from least to greatest, but you can see on here my maximum is 32, my minimum is 7. So if I subtract 32 minus 7, I'm going to get 25. So my range is equal to 25. Alright, let's move on here to this next one. It says another measure of spread is called the interquartile range, or IQR. Okay, so you must actually calculate the quartiles in order to calculate the IQR. So these steps are going to list the steps you need to do to be able to calculate the interquartile range. I'm going to do most of this work in step number 1. And just refer back to these steps as you look back through your notes, and I'm going to place the last part of it here in step 5. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get this data set in order from least to greatest. So the lowest value looks like it is 11, so I'll write 11 here. The second highest value looks like it's going to be a 14. Our next value, actually, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I mistakenly looked at the wrong number here. So the second highest number is going to be 12, and then 14. Let's see what's next after 14. Looks like 17. Okay, and then 18, and then 19, and then 21. And then 21, and then lastly we have 30. Okay, so now our data is in order from least to greatest. I'm going to use the calculator this time to do our summary statistics. So I'm going to go to data, and I'll clear out all of my previous data, and I'll just plug in my numbers. So I'm going to actually plug in the ones from up here. So we'll do 14, 12, 14, 18, then 12, then 19, 11, 21, 30, 17, and then 21. And then we'll do data, we'll do second data, one variable stats, and then we will click calculate. So if you scroll down here, you'll see that it'll give us the minimum, which is in fact 11. So we're going to mark this our minimum. Our maximum, which is 30. So this is our maximum. Our median is 18, and you can use the cross-off method to see that it is in fact 18. So we're left with 18 being in the middle, so this is our median. And then it's telling us that Q3 and Q1 are 13 and 21 respectively. So let me change colors and show you how to do that. So the Q1 and Q3 are going to be calculated by finding the median of the lower half of the data and the median of the upper half of the data, excluding and not using this median that we already calculated. So only look at the median of the lower half of the data. And if I average these middle two terms here, that gives me my Q1 is equal to 13. And then if I average these two terms here, my Q3 will actually equal 21. So my 5-number summary is going to be that the minimum is 11, Q1 is going to be equal to, like I said a second ago, 13. The median is 18. Q3 is 21, and the maximum is equal to 30. Okay, and again, you can get all of that information by using your calculator, or you can use Desmos. Okay, so at this point we have gone through step 4. So to find the actual IQR, you need to subtract Q3 minus Q1. So if you recall up here, Q3 is 21, Q1 is 13. So that's 21 minus 13, and that's going to give you an IQR of 8. Okay, so we're going to say the interquartile range, or IQR, is equal to 8. Okay, you got a couple U tries, and then I will see you in the next lesson.